Hello again, everyone. It's Todd Staruch, the Horror Nerd, here at New Jersey Horror Con and Film Festival at the Showboat in Atlantic City, New Jersey. It's Saturday, as you can hear from the background noise. It's busy today, got a lot of people here, and I have the pleasure of standing here from Scream with Miss Nancy Ann Ritter. Nancy, how are you?
Well, I'm doing great, and I'm so excited. I had no idea that there would be a fan following for the girl in bathroom, she's a pivotal character in the bathroom scene with my amazing cheerleader, Leonora, which is our first convention together, so I'm so excited.
So this is your first convention, huh?
So, solo... I've done 5 solo conventions.
Okay.
But I had to wait. Leonora was not sure, and when she saw how much fun I was having, she was like, "Okay, I'm ready." So now I feel complete.
Awesome. So Nancy, does it ever surprise you that Scream is 25 years now, 25 years?
Yeah.
And like you said, a minor but pivotal character, that fans still line up to come meet you, get your autograph and a picture? Does that surprise you?
Majorly. A booking agent reached out to me in December, and he was like, "Is this Nancy M. Ritter?" I had no idea there was a horror convention scene. I knew about Comic-Con and Star Trek conventions, and he said, "Well, there's a big fan following for the 2 bathroom girls," and I was like, "Come again?" and I thought these conventions were for the big movie stars or TV stars, so I was so excited, and I immediately said yes. And during the 25 years, occasionally I would get through Facebook people asking for a signed headshot, and one time the Biography Channel did like an hour documentary, and they wanted the cheerleader and I's approval to use a segment of the bathroom scene, but when Scream 4 came out, but that was basically the extent of it. So with in anticipation of the 25th anniversary and Scream 5, with all the younger generations. But no, I was stunned, and I'm so thrilled. It's been a great community to be a part of. I start shooting a film tomorrow where I play a killer.
Nice.
And it's a big part. And that's all through the convention scene, and getting to do a ton of YouTube interviews. So it's been amazing.
That is great. It's awesome to hear. One thing I have noticed just from a fan standpoint is there's always, what is happening here in the background?
We've got Pogo, a.k.a. John Wayne Gacy, right next to us,
yes.
Everybody.
It is a horror convention,
yes.
After all. So quite often I find that it is some of the minor characters that people flock to, and I think the perception is you will be a little more approachable,
yes.
say, than some of like the ultra big stars,
yes.
Yes. And it turns out to be true.
Well, good. And I had no idea when Scream 5 came out how, since we weren't killed in the first one, how much legacy characters mean to the fans and the Scream lovers, and how much they finished filming Scream 6, but they have a Scream 7, and so the fans are so interested in having a way for the 2 of us to come back. And I think it's nice. They had a Scream reunion, and the main cast does a lot of conventions, and I think it's so fun to then have the smaller characters be able to be there, especially for autograph collectors who are trying to get every autograph. So I'm so grateful and so honored to have been part of the film, and honored to get to be a part of this community. And it's just as exciting for me to meet the fans, to get to talk to you, meet all the volunteers and the convention staff. It's just been amazing.
Very cool. Now, you did just a couple of minutes ago mention that you have a big part in an upcoming film.
Yes.
Is there anything you're allowed to tell us about it?
Well,
I don't want to get you in any trouble.
This is this is what it's called, The Only Ones. And if it gets a distribution deal, it'll be released into the movie theaters. And so all I can say is a group of like young 20-somethings go into the woods and only one survives. And that's basically what I can say.
Okay, fair enough.
That's pretty pretty general, but yeah.
It's all good.
It's got a lot of killing. I do a lot of killing, and my character, and which I know I shouldn't say, but I just did. But no, it's got a lot of great horror, great storyline, great characters.
Cool. So The Only Ones, we'll have to look out for it. So cool. And you start shooting legitimately
tomorrow,
as we record this tomorrow.
Which makes me so sad.
Wow.
I'm thrilled to be a part of the film, but I'm so sad because I leave tonight, and I've never had to leave a convention. I did do 2 small parts this summer in 2 indie horror films. One's kind of inspired by Return of the Living Dead, and it's called Night of the Undead, and then another indie film called One of One, and then another one after The Only One. So it's all, I'm very excited because I had a wife beater for a husband. He was physically abusive. I have enough distance now that anyways, but for so long, the acting career was put on hold. So I'm just so excited to come, because I grew up acting since I was 9, doing professional theater. So this is, really fun.
Cool. Well, I'm glad that you came through on the other side and you're back making movies.
It's
great to have you back.
Thank you.
I do have one final question that I always love to ask people who are in horror movies.
Yeah.
Are you yourself a fan of horror movies?
Well, yes, and I have to say, a new fan, because I was always so afraid of the horror film genre that, but now in order to earn my membership, and I do so many interviews, I haven't seen Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, so I'm now ready, very excited to dive in to the horror, just all of these horror films. I did finally watch Halloween with Tony Moran, the first one, of course, and that scared the bejesus out of me. And then I just saw I didn't see the most recent one, but the 2018 one, and I love that they brought Jamie Lee Curtis back. And so now, I haven't seen I'm excited to see Last House on the Left, The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh boy,
Wes Craven.
So now you're getting, that's a step up.
I'm very excited. The extent I love Psycho, and I've seen like Pet Sematary, but yes, I'm very excited.
Fantastic. Well, busy is good. I'm glad to hear that you are so busy and that you're back out among the fans. That's great.
Well, thank you,
Nancy. Thank you so much.
Thank you for talking to me.
That was a legit handshake right there. Like, look at that. Thank you for a few minutes of your time. I truly appreciate it.
Well, thank you for wanting to talk to me.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I?
And thank you. Wait, are you guys colleagues or related?
Both. That's my brother behind the camera.
I love it.
And he helps me out at all the cons and stuff. So,
that's so cool.
I almost feel bad about abusing him so much when we were growing up. Almost.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, thank you guys for listening, and thank you for having me.
Fantastic. Nancy Ann Ritter, everybody, here at New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival. I'm the horror nerd, Todd Staruk, signing off. We will see all of you in the next interview.
Bye.